When it comes to Drake, things have officially gone completely off the rails. The leaks, the lies, the non-stop drama, somehow it just keeps getting worse. A brand new snippet surfaced where Drake fires shots at Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, Serena Williams, and several others. Honestly, this might be the ultimate crash-out anthem of Drake's entire career. If you think Kendrick and Schoolboy Q would absolutely destroy Drake in a rap battle right now, leave a like. And if you think the Iceman era is headed straight toward a historic flop, leave a like for that too.
By the time this video finishes, you'll probably already know exactly how you feel about all of this. So subscribe and let's get straight into it. This whole Iceman rollout feels like Drake desperately trying to hold on to relevance, attention, anything that keeps his name alive online. The standards have completely collapsed, and now the newest move is yet another leaked snippet. Whether Drake leaked it himself or whether it's actually hackers like he keeps claiming honestly doesn't matter anymore. What matters is what's actually inside the song, and it's already putting Drake in a terrible position. What's becoming clearer by the day is that Drake has apparently been writing diss tracks in the background this entire time. The same person who spent months sounding more interested in lawsuits than battle rap is suddenly back outside dissing people publicly again. And these aren't subliminals either, he's directly naming names. So the same guy who tried treating diss tracks like legal violations is now making diss records with full name drops himself. The hypocrisy is unbelievable.
These are the actual lines Drake previewed. He says, "Serena, but I'm cool with Venus. I be hanging around those like I'm Dua Lipa." Then follows it with, "I might hit up Schoolboy Q and do a remix. They be making peanuts. We don't ever piece it up, the stuff we got between us." That's basically the snippet. And honestly, the fact those exact bars were chosen to surface first tells you exactly what this project is built on. Pure bitterness with nothing deeper underneath it. Either Drake or whoever leaked this clearly wanted people talking about Iceman again. Because at this point, the only thing creating real attention around Drake is watching him publicly spiral and throw shots at people who embarrassed him. That's the entire strategy now. Not music, just controversy. And while Serena and Schoolboy Q both got dragged into this mess, one thing is impossible to ignore. It's honestly incredible how someone can be this hypocritical while simultaneously dropping some of the most underwhelming music of the year.
Let's just be honest about how terrible this looks. Drake spent an entire era trying to weaponize the legal system against rap beef, almost trying to redefine what diss tracks mean inside hip-hop culture. And now the same person is back making diss records filled with direct name drops. The exact thing he previously complained about is now exactly what he's doing himself. If he officially releases this track, every argument he made about diss tracks having legal consequences immediately falls apart. And honestly, good, drop it. I genuinely hope he releases the full song, because the moment he does, he officially puts himself back into the line of fire. He can't run toward lawsuits anymore while openly throwing names into songs. And honestly, I'd love to hear Schoolboy Q respond. I'd love to see anyone from Kendrick's side really check in properly, because Drake has fully earned whatever bars come back his way at this point.
At the same time, though, every rapper thinking about responding probably still has one concern in the back of their mind: the fear that Drake could turn rap beef into actual legal drama the second things stop going his way. Because that's the reputation he's created for himself recently. But even with that concern, once you really look at these lyrics and who Drake is targeting, this song should permanently destroy any credibility he still has when it comes to suing over rap beef. Because the first major target here isn't even another rapper. It's Serena Williams, somebody who can't defend herself through music because that's not her world. And this isn't even new behavior either. Back in 2022 on Middle of the Ocean, Drake already mopped Serena through comments about her husband. Now he's dragging Venus into the situation too, basically implying they still keep in touch. The whole thing feels like he's intentionally trying to create tension between two sisters, and honestly, it comes across incredibly petty.
Even if somebody wanted to treat every lyric in rap beef like factual truth, Drake's intentions here still feel extremely obvious. He's trying to make things uncomfortable between Serena and Venus. That's difficult to deny no matter how loyal somebody is to Drake. And honestly, it's strange behavior coming from a grown man still emotionally attached to a relationship that ended years ago. And this brings up the larger pattern that keeps repeating itself.
Is Drake's main strategy during beef always centered around attacking personal relationships? Because the evidence is everywhere. Serena and Venus, A$AP Rocky and Rihanna, Kendrick and Whitney, Kendrick and Baby Keem, Kendrick and Dave Free, Pusha T and his wife, Kim Kardashian. Almost every Drake conflict eventually shifts away from rap credibility and toward targeting people's families, relationships, or personal lives instead.
Obviously, rap beef doesn't come with strict rules, so technically personal attacks are fair game. But Drake repeating the exact same angle over and over again has become predictable and honestly corny. It stopped feeling competitive a long time ago. Instead of battle rap energy, it feels like someone genuinely trying to damage people personally. Like Kendrick said on Euphoria, once a lame, always a lame. And on the other side of this record, Drake's entire post-beef energy has become repetitive. He constantly repeats that he'll never make peace with anybody connected to Kendrick's side. We've heard endless versions of that same statement already. And sure, refusing to reconcile with people who embarrassed you makes sense in theory. But when those statements are attached to weak disses aimed at TDE, it stops sounding intimidating. It sounds like somebody desperately trying to sound tough while the music itself keeps falling apart.
Because Drake's cycle lately has been obvious. Diss somebody, get embarrassed, threaten legal action, repeat. And now he's right back at the beginning of that exact cycle again. Clearly something about this strategy isn't working. And honestly, the Schoolboy Q line proves it perfectly. Drake isn't just trying to insult Q there, he's trying to portray Kendrick's entire camp as irrelevant. But that argument completely falls apart once you examine Drake's own label situation. Because while Drake calls TDE peanuts, one of OVO Sound's formerly hyped artists is literally working full-time as a chef now. So the person running OVO Sound, a label with one of the weakest mainstream rap rosters in recent memory, is trying to clown another crew. Meanwhile, most OVO artists barely touch the charts. Party Next Door is basically the only artist with a major career, and even his momentum seems to have slowed down the more connected he became to Drake's brand. Those are Drake's own results.
Compare that to what Kendrick helped build. Baby Keem's second album debuted at number 4 on Billboard, sold nearly 80,000 copies first week, and charted 10 songs simultaneously. Party Next Door's latest album sold around 30,000 first week. Kendrick's protege outperformed Drake's biggest artist by a huge margin. That's not peanuts, that's the complete opposite. And honestly, it makes Drake's Schoolboy Q diss look even more embarrassing. Because Schoolboy Q is not some random underground rapper. He's multi-platinum, consistently successful, touring arenas, and owns one of the strongest catalogs from the 2010s. Oxymoron and Blank Face LP are already viewed as modern classics by a huge portion of hip-hop fans. Songs like Collard Greens and Man of the Year still hit today. Calling Q peanuts isn't just inaccurate, it's objectively false, and Drake absolutely knows that.
What makes Drake's decision even stranger is that he actually had easier targets inside TDE if he wanted to push that narrative. Somebody like Ab-Soul, whose commercial success never fully matched his talent, would have at least made more strategic sense. Instead, Drake targeted arguably the second most commercially successful artist in TDE history, behind Kendrick himself. That's not calculated at all. It just makes Drake look disconnected from the scene he's trying to criticize. Schoolboy Q genuinely deserves more recognition than he gets. Blue Lips, Oxymoron, and Blank Face together form one of the strongest 3 album runs any rapper has had in the last 15 years. Critical acclaim, hit records, cultural impact, Q checked every box. The only reason he sometimes gets overlooked is because he shares a label with Kendrick Lamar. In almost any other situation, his catalog alone would define somebody's legendary status.
And Drake's grand strategy here is apparently trying to convince people that Schoolboy Q is some irrelevant underground rapper. This is supposed to save Iceman? Honestly, the whole thing is becoming unintentionally hilarious. Drake looks so lost right now that there's barely any way left to hide it anymore. There's no clever spin remaining. He genuinely seems unsure about what direction he's even trying to take now. And looking at the bigger picture, every major conversation surrounding the Iceman era has been about Drake failing publicly or beefing with somebody. Nobody is actually talking about the music itself. Nobody sounds excited about what he's rapping about. People click Drake-related content now because they want to watch the chaos unfold, not because the music feels compelling anymore.
Even the snippets themselves sound lifeless. The flows sound exhausted, the delivery feels empty,
and the production lacks energy. Some of these instrumentals honestly sound like the blandest music Drake has ever made. Nothing about this project feels creatively inspired. And honestly, it explains why the album reportedly keeps getting scrapped and rebuilt, because nothing sounds like it was created with an actual vision behind it.
The mixing, the auto-tune, the overall sound, everything feels hollow. And the more snippets that leak, the less confidence people have that Iceman will actually turn out good. Every new reveal somehow makes the project look worse instead of better. This genuinely feels like it's shaping up to become one of the biggest musical disappointments hip-hop has seen in years. And Drake himself is building that disaster step by step. Everything is riding on this album for Drake right now. The pressure couldn't possibly be bigger. And with every day that passes, the chances of him actually pulling this off seem smaller and smaller. There's no direction, no vision, no clear strategy, just chaos. And these snippets aren't creating excitement, they're making people nervous about how bad the final album could actually be.
And here's the core issue. If Drake's only remaining way to generate conversation is through dissing people, while already carrying the reputation of somebody who runs toward lawyers when things get difficult, nobody's fully going to take the bait seriously anymore. Watch closely how Schoolboy Q and the rest of hip-hop react over the next few days. Because if Drake officially starts releasing songs with these direct name drops, the response is going to reveal a lot. We already saw how rappers reacted to J. Cole stepping away from beef. Drake would probably receive an even harsher reaction, because critics and rappers alike still respect what J. Cole contributed to hip-hop as an artist. Drake doesn't currently have that same level of goodwill anymore. This whole situation feels like it's heading somewhere ugly for him, and there doesn't seem to be any clean way out now. We've rarely seen an album rollout collapse this badly before it even officially begins, and with more Iceman updates almost guaranteed to come soon.
All anybody can really do now is sit back and watch the disaster unfold in real time. Because this no longer feels like a comeback album. It doesn't feel like a statement project either. It feels like a slow-motion train wreck filled with weak bars, recycled grudges, and absolutely no real artistic vision holding any of it together. At this point, all you can really do is watch it crash. And if you want to see something genuinely impressive after all this, Kendrick Lamar apparently hit a subtle 50-cent disc inside one of his newer songs, and almost nobody noticed it. Which honestly just reminds people again why Kendrick is viewed as one of the smartest and most strategic rappers alive right now. Check out the suggested video.